Over County 911, what is the emergency?
The man shots being fired across the street from my house. He was in pursuit of.
I got up and I heard the shot. It's like 2 doors down. I could see him out there in the front yard. They're all the same house.
He was shot in the head.
Detectives arrived to the scene and learned the guy name is Red, real name Philip Glover Jr. He's the middle child of 10 brothers and sisters. He had dreams of becoming an engineer or a rapper, but was recently working through a temp agency to save money to buy a house to take care of his 3 kids. Upon examining Red, they noticed he was hit with the ooh-whop in the back, arm, chest, and the back of the head. They find 11 9mm casings in the yard of a house nearby. It's a woman inside, the homeowner, and a male also, which is a friend of hers. One of the officers on the scene told detectives they had just left the house 30 minutes ago for another call. It was theft of property. The woman had a tin can that she kept $9,000 in. He said you could tell it had been pried open, and when they arrived on the scene, a silver sedan was parked outside. Red and another guy, the occupants of the vehicle, was in the yard. The car was smelling like loud, so they searched it and found $6,210 up under the seat. So they returned that to the woman who was missing the $9,000. She's still $2,790 short though, but they didn't have enough to arrest anyone. But the man who she eventually thought took it was booked on loud possession. Red remained on the porch. They never spoke to Red because they felt he didn't have anything to do with it. So they speak with the homeowner. She agrees along with her friend to come to the station. In the meantime, a neighbor down the street cutting grass said he heard the ooh-whop go off, turn around, see a guy standing over Red, steady hitting him with the ooh-whop. He said the description is a tall black male with possible twists in his head. He stated the suspect hopped in a white Camaro on the passenger side and they took off. They noticed a Ring camera and went to that house to see if they can get footage. Now they wrap up that scene, head back to the station. Detectives start interviewing the homeowner first, whose money was stolen. She starts by saying when she woke up at 10 p.m. to get ready for work, she went under her bed to get her shoes and noticed her safe had been smashed. She says she immediately suspected the guy that her roommate had been dating. They were the only two there, and he also had just took $550 from the roommate. So she calls him and let him know how she feels, that his friend took her money. He states that he's in the car with him now and they'll come back around her. So they show up in a silver sedan. The roommate comes in, the other guy's in the vehicle. He sleeps because he had just hit the blunt. Red, his homeboy, was in the back seat. So the police asked, can they search the vehicle? They gave them permission and found $6,210 up under the seat. They couldn't prove that the guy took it, but did arrest him for 10 G's of loud they found under his seat. So when the police leave, she counts her money to see how much she's short. Let her roommate know she needs the rest of her money from him or the guy. Then she heard the ooh-whop go off. She opened the door and saw Red and blood all around him, but doesn't know who did it. So they end that interview with her. Get doorbell footage from the Ring camera. At 1:15, the Ring camera captures a white Camaro and the silver sedan is still right there. After the ooh-whop goes off, you see the white Camaro speed off. The victim is on the ground, and the silver sedan is also gone. And they notice someone running into the house. Next, they interview the homeowner's roommate.
You mind if I look in your phone? Who's this you're talking to? Who's Jordan? Day you text him, come to the house. I'm on my way.
He was there by the police still. The police watched him walk through.
What time did he leave?
Right when the detective stuff, he ate bills.
Then they show him a picture of the Ring video that shows a guy running back into the house when the ooh-whop went off. He states that was him, but he didn't see who let the ooh-whop off. So they end their interview. Now they set out to interview the roommate boyfriend, the one that was taken down for the loud possession. They get him brought over from county jail and start the interview. They let him know the reason they're speaking to him is after he was arrested, someone showed up at the house, hit Red with the ooh-whop. He states he has no knowledge of what went on after he was arrested. He grew up with Red. He didn't even know he was deceased. So they turn back to watching the video, trying to see if the guy who owned the silver sedan pulled off before or after the ooh-whop went off. So they head over to Circle K where the roommate say the guy works to interview him. They didn't locate him there, but got a chance to speak with him at his second job. He says when he's at work, he let the guy use his vehicle to DoorDash. So he got off around 1 p.m., called to see where he was at so he can get his vehicle. He told him at his house he had a coworker run him over there to get the vehicle. The guy told him to hold up for a minute. So he's on TikTok for about 20 minutes, and all of a sudden the ooh-whop goes off. He described the shooter as tall, dark-skinned, dressed in all black, looks to be around 25 years old. He said he never saw the guy before, but assuming he was already inside the house because no one pulled up. So they end that interview.
This dude is basically saying that this person was there the entire time. He talking to the roommate. The only person that he was reluctant to give us information on was Jordan. The only reason why Jordan's name had come up is because he had given us permission to look through his phone.
So they look him up in the computer. 20-year-old Jordan Miller. Born and raised in Mobile, after graduating high school, he left town to find work, but recently returned finding out his grandma had a stroke. So detectives print out a photo lineup and take it to the eyewitness from the crime scene. The eyewitness picks out Jordan Miller as the one who hit Red with the ooh-whop. Now they reinitiate the interview with the roommate. Now he states he knew the roommate was mad about her money, and he called Jordan over there to try to keep the peace. He stated the roommate was saying she got some of her money back, but not all of it. So he started to pack his stuff up. So Jordan asked, was he going with him? He said no. Jordan left out saying they'll talk about it later. Then he heard the ooh-whop go off. Ran outside, saw Red on the ground. Jordan run to a vehicle. He screamed Jordan's name and saw Jordan holding the ooh-whop, but didn't actually see him fire. So they asked the roommate what happened between Jordan and Red. He states he doesn't know. They was the only two outside. So they end that interview. Head over to the alleged suspect Jordan Miller residence, but he wasn't there. Knowing they looking for him, Jordan Miller turns himself in. So they figure he was upset because the man that was taken to jail was taking advantage of his cousin. So he confronted Red outside and that escalated. Jordan Miller was charged with murder and is currently awaiting trial. He is presumed innocent until proven guilty. The driver of the white Camaro was identified but never charged with anything in connection with the case. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button, hit that comment button, hit that thanks button. Stay safe out there. I'm done talking.
Always had a smile on his face, a disarming smile. If you were upset with him and he smiled at you, you forget all about being upset.